What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Flo. You know what I'm saying? So you clicked on my video, right? I want to talk about, envy, hate, jealousy, but I want to break it down, right? I want to break it down a little bit deeper and help you understand that everything is not what it seems. I want to say this, right? Hate is an investment, right? Hate goes so deep. I want to put in perspective, right? As long as you don't quit, they don't win, right? That's what the whole investment is about when it comes to hate. Their goal is they are investing their time and attention into you because something about your energy that they are investing in, like a Bitcoin or a crypto, they feel like it would make them hit the jackpot if they seen somebody like you, slip and fall and never get up. So the only way they win is if you quit. That's the only way they win, right? Now, here's the trick. Now, how you end up, losing or they end up gaining some money in that investment is, for example, when you are afraid to speak on that, you slipping, but you got to pick yourself back up. For example, right? Let's put this in perspective. Let's say there's people that's watching my channel praying on my downfall. Now, they may get a quick feeling from seeing a relapse video or hearing about, me and Shorty going through it or whatever, just something that's just whack. I had a bad day, or, the situation that happened in my hood on live where a dude tried to kill me with the knife, and, people started coming at me talking about I was sold because I should have this and that, like, just trying to get me invested in negative energy and take me off of my groundedness of being able to just stand firm and be grounded and put out messages. They hate that. They hate that because people that's watching my channel that are doing better than me, that don't have, the kind of aura that I have to even be able to do what I'm doing. They living in a whole house, got their own apartment, but if you ask them to get on camera and do videos, the same type of videos I be doing, it probably won't hit the same. And I think, that's what be going on. Sometimes people, especially at low vibrations, they see somebody doing something and it, they just like, oh, I wonder, I could probably try to, they want to do it too now or whatever the case. They just always comparing themselves to other people. So when they see somebody that they can't really compare themselves to, they can't help but just flip it and hate you. So either they want to be you, or if they can't be you, they're going to hate you for that because you're going to make them more insecure. So even for you, if you're on your SR, your no-fab journey, and it's something about your energy that they know they can't just wake up the next day and just try to align with that frequency that they felt from you. It's something about your frequency that's letting them know, like, I got to figure out what he on, because Sun vibe different, and I'm trying to figure out how he walked in the room and he took everybody energy. You know what I'm saying? People kind of like peeping him, and he got my vibration feeling kind of like anxious. He walked in the room. Y'all don't even be peeping. Y'all probably be doing that to people, but you're not even peeping. You got to pay attention. You don't even be knowing what's really going on out here sometimes. And me, myself too, sometimes you get caught up in your own little situation because you just focused on the grind and focused on the mission and focused on the wall. Right? I just came in from handling some business and I got inspired to put together this message. You know what I'm saying? Was grab me some organic coconut water. You know what I'm saying? You see the ingredients I be trying to tell y'all. Yeah, but the ingredients just say it's only one ingredient and it say organic coconut water. That's it. So if you go to Whole Foods, get this branded up coconut right here. You know what I'm saying? Got my whole bag of pistachios. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I just felt like I wanted to put that in perspective because I need y'all to understand that there are people out here that are not as passionate about ascending as we are, and those will be the people that will end up being sideline watchers that will just see you doing your thing, like people that's hating on me, watching me on my channel, and you know, like what I learned about clickbaiting, right, is that you kind of gotta learn how to clickbait, because what I learned is that you can have a certain amount of subs, but depending on your titles and your approach, you know, a lot of people could be following you that's haters and they just looking to hear about the big stuff, you know, like the regular videos. Like if I post this video right now and be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, something positive, like, yeah, they going this, you know what I'm saying, or they gonna hate you on the journey or something like that. But if I learn how to like construct titles better and all that type of stuff, I'm gonna really be, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, that's how this platform works. I gotta know how to grab people's attention, because there's so much going on this app, you know. It's, you know, I gotta learn how to, like, you know, when I post something, people going, for me, pull up. But you know, going back to the hate and all that, see, the issue with that, and all you gotta keep in mind is that the only way that they win is if you quit. That's the jackpot, is you. For example, me, if I got haters and people that's like they invest in their time and attention, mind you, it's millions of people on this planet. Why are they invested in you? To where you can literally feel on an energetic level that they are pulling at your energy. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to throw energy at you so that you can, you know, be off your pivot. Why do they care so much if it's so many other people? Why do you got this ex-girlfriend that just can't get over you and just move on with her life? Why you got these certain people that claim that they may not like you or disagree with you, but they still invested, still gotta see what you got going on? Yeah, it really just goes back to, you know, you gotta keep in mind that people can't help these feelings because they are dealing with demonic possession, right? They doing so much low vibrational things that when they see somebody like you that's fighting that battle, and they themselves are so intimidated to fight that battle, they gonna hate you for that. People will literally hate you just for trying to be positive because they are too intimidated to take that path. And it's not like they actually hate you, though. This way it get deeper, but they don't actually really hate you. It's just they hiding. They don't really want to face themselves. But here you are, me, somebody like me on this platform, I'm facing myself in front of the world. And that is very triggering for other people that may be watching me that are not willing to face themselves on the level and that I'm doing it on, the amount of sacrifice that I make. You know what I'm saying? When I talk about things like blood retention, and when I talk about, you know, implementing fasting and getting rid of bloating, and, you know, and just focusing on your own energy and doing Wim Hof guided breathing every day. Like, you know, people want to be high vibrational, but they don't really want to be doing this that's really going boom. Like, people just kind of want to do enough where it's just like, all right, you know, he on his, you know, he doing his thing, but they don't really want to take it to the next level because people are afraid of heights. They are afraid that if they bring themselves too high, that it's going to hurt when they hit the ground. But that's what I'm saying. They looking at you, somebody that's not afraid of that, because you so focused on, I'm not worried about that, because when I get there, I'm going to stay there. All I got to do is get there. We not worried about getting there and falling, because all of the sacrifice that it take to get there, you ain't just going to fall unless you just really an idiot. Imagine going 2 years straight, Wim Hof every day, blood retention, SR, no fat, your diet on lock, drinking water every day, celibacy, or, you know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of high vibrational stuff, you know, calisthenics, long distance jogging, sun gazing, being in nature as much as you can, you know, affirming. You doing that for a long period of time. It's not just going to take a decision for you to just jump off the roof and hit the ground. It's going to take a lot of self-sabotage for you to go all the way back to the bottom. So don't worry about that. But there are people that will forever worry about that, and they just feel more comfortable being stagnant. But now they see somebody like you or somebody like me, and it can be very triggering for them. So now they betting on your loss. They betting on you to slip, because this is what they are consumed by. They are consumed by that fear that it would happen to them. And they so sure that it would happen to them that they not really tripping about going too far. So when they see somebody like you really willing to make certain sacrifices, you telling certain people about SR, no fat, he's like, nah, I don't gotta do all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I eat healthy, you know, I eat my grass-fed meat. You know, I eat my grass-fed meat, you know, from time to time. I drink my soda, get my candy, or, you know, I do my things sometimes, and I drink my couple cups of water every day, something like that, you know? And then you telling them, nah, you can't drink none of that. Straight water every day, no juice, no soda. Dude, like, I don't know about all that. Like, I don't need to do all that. Like, I'm doing all right. You know, but at the end of the day, though, you got to be careful around people like that, though, because you could low-key they could be, like I said, investing and betting on that, because it would make them feel good about what they doing. See, now here's the trick of why people invest their energy into you and people like me, is because when they betting on that, they betting on it because they, you know, it would make them feel better about the space that they in and not going too far, because now they could use you as a prime example, right? Now they have something physical to use as more of an excuse to not take it there. So it's not even like they really care about your demise. They are just looking for an excuse to stay where they are. So it's not even personal. It goes deep, right? So try not to get too caught up in jealousy or hate, because really they hate themselves, and they trying to find more reason to hate themselves. And hating yourself is being stagnant. We are immortal, extremely powerful beings. And if you want to keep yourself here, and when you can go up and you kind of just keeping it here because they're afraid of their own, you know, our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure, right? These haters and people that's jealous and throwing you weird energy, they're not afraid of being stagnant. They are afraid of being great. And when they see somebody like you that's not afraid of your own greatness, they are very intimidated by that, because they know with great power comes what? Here's where it goes deeper. With great power comes what? Great responsibility. See, now, these haters or these jealous people are people that just are very irresponsible people. And they want to be lazy and be stagnant because they don't want to take, like, oh, it's people that'll tell you, oh, I ain't trying to get too rich because you got to pay taxes. That right there is a red flag. Why are you worried about that? Why are you looking for an excuse to cope with, you know, probably looking at other rich people that don't be paying their taxes and get caught up with that? Or for example, you got men out here that, nah, I don't want to have no kids because, nah, all these women be doing funny stuff. They going to try to take this and do that. Bro, every girl is not the same. And why are you putting yourself in a crab in a barrel with everybody else? Like, your life is you don't even know their personal situation. Oh, I don't need no girlfriend because I can't trust these. It's just, what you mean you can't trust these? It's not, they not all the same. Get out of your feelings. That's what I'm saying. These people, if you really was to sit next to your biggest hater, and they was to really, you know what I'm saying? This reminded me of one of my favorite books. I forget the name. But if you was to sit next to your hater or people that throw you weird energy, you would understand that they don't even do that consciously. It's a subconscious thing. See, you just align with that frequency that's here. And they align with the frequency, and they understand this frequency so well because they keeping themselves here consciously. So now when they feel your energy here, and now you around them, and you may be trying to say certain things to them and plant certain seeds, they getting that up out of here. They sweeping that out like, yo, what's this doing here? Like, oh, that's him doing that? Like, nah, bro, he doing, oh, that's what, you know, and then they start being insecure, like, oh, well, he think he better than me, that's why he trying to think he could tell me what to do, like, I need some sort of lecture, like, I need somebody to be teaching me something, I'm a grown-ass woman, I'm a grown-ass man, I don't need nobody to be, and then they start doing too much, but it's not personal. That's what happens with stagnation. They just hear. It's not even about you. They just hear and you hear. Or, you know, you hear and they hear, but they see that you also still working to be up. And they are very intimidated by that. Even if you hear with them, you know, you still working towards moving up. They have made that choice with like, I don't need to really be doing too much more than this, because that's a little too much going on. Because now if they can't handle it, right, they get rich and they fumble the bag. They get a super beautiful, fine woman and it don't work out. Or, you know, just, you know, any sort of situations that, you know, would be ideal for you to want, you know, ascending. But then there's obviously good and bad that comes with everything. Some things may work out, some things may not. You never really know. But somebody that's truly working towards being high vibrational is not going to get caught up in the what ifs. We are just affirming and being grounded in what we know we deserve. Because if you get too caught up in the what ifs, it will be. And that is the power of your consciousness, and that's what they are afraid of. Let me rewind that. Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. So they even fear that deep down they know that they are affirming the negativity to stay here. That's what they're doing on a conscious and subconscious level at the same exact time. It goes that deep. So understand that, you know, you have a responsibility. Here's where your responsibility comes in, right? As a person that is working towards being powerful beyond measure. Your responsibility is to be compassionate and understanding of these people that give you this negative energy. That's the hard part. And that's the part where you can start to, you know, when you hear sometimes, and you go here, and you hear, and then you hear, and then you hear, and then you back here, and then you hear, because now you battling with the responsibility of your greatness, right? Now you battling with vibrations, because once you working towards getting to a certain vibration, you have to respect certain laws of the universe to not only get there, but to stay here. Because you could be here for 10 years, and you can make that one decision that's going to bring you here, a little bit closer to where you was, right? You disrespect one of them laws of the universe and you put out a certain type of bad intention, a selfish kind of intention, a attention that is just, you know, is not something that would be considered, you know, like somebody that's a good person would do. That's what it is. That's what they're afraid of. When you get to a certain level, you have to learn how to be good. You have to be grounded in being good. You can't be, you know, walking outside with a certain type of vibration or be ready for certain smoke. You know, you got to learn how to see somebody with bad energy and, you know, look past it. Stay calm, stay poised. Learn how to block and dust certain things off. Have understanding that people are just going through things. It's not personal, right? And that's what's tough, is being like, they just are, you know, these low vibrational people are entitled and they want to have the right to project what they feel, kind of like these modern women do, you know. But that's why women, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. But that's why I'm not going to say all women, but you know what I mean. If you know, you know. But most women are not meant to be leaders, because y'all want to feel how y'all want to feel and express that when there's greater responsibility that you have to have. This is why women, most women, you know, need leaders, because y'all are too entitled to y'all emotions. And this is what keeps y'all stagnant until you find that man that can help bring, you know, you're stuck up behind up here. Like, yo, bring your ass, like, stop. Like, what are you really on? Like, what you really doing is not really going to get you nowhere. Like, but that's a whole nother conversation. But y'all following me with the, you know, they just looking to invest like a jackpot because you quitting, right? Because here's where it get difficult, right? They invest. Here's where your responsibility comes in. Every time you struggling with the stagnation and you pivot with the responsibility part, which could take a little while to get grounded in, they also get intimidated by like, wow, you're not gonna give up? Now they ready to invest more energy because they like, yo, he really fighting it. So what if he do end up really giving up after all that fighting? Then they gonna feel more validation from that. So now they about to invest more. It's a bigger jackpot. But here's where you steal their energy. Because now when you finally get to the point where you here and you on your pivot with it, you done stole their energy, because now they're gonna be forever waiting on you to go back here. Forever waiting on that jackpot. Because the longer you go, the bigger the jackpot. Because if you go 5 years straight and then you slip, do something dumb, and something wrong happen that bring your vibration down, and you know what I'm saying, you battling with a certain demise of any sort, whether it be money, women, no-fab, depression, right? And now it's, you know, maybe you got to that point, you lost hope, and it's, you know, you're not really, you know, because now you intimidated. Now you intimidated, and they know that. They like, yeah, he went 5 years and he slipped on that. Is he really gonna want to try to do another 5 years? You know, hypothetically speaking. So they always gonna see a big jackpot. So just know, with great power comes great responsibility. Because the greater you want to achieve to be, the more that people are gonna be stalking you. You're gonna have some people that, for example, my YouTube channel, some people just watching. They not liking, they not commenting, they not engaging at all. They watching and they waiting because they see a big jackpot in somebody like me, and I can feel that. And I wanted to make that known in this video, that I understand that. I understand that there's some people that's watching my channel that see a big jackpot in me. Completely just one day maybe disappearing or never ascending, and they can use that as an excuse, like, yeah, he was doing too much, talking about blood retention and doing all this breathing method and this, that, and the third. Like, that ain't really do nothing for him, because look at him now. That's what they waiting for. That they waiting for the look at him now, because that look at him now is what can be intimidating for trying to ascend, because now you got to understand that look at him now can completely overweigh any kind of effort that you are looking to put in to be great. So it's not even about working towards being great. That's not even really the whole, you know, situation. The situation is not only working to be great, but staying great. That's the trick, because you don't want to be a look at them now type of dude. So it's a great responsibility. Understand that. You know, like, understanding on a deeper level that faults are really a beautiful thing. Like, when you fault, you have to understand that is a higher frequency telling your body that when you smell your own so I tried to stay safe. I like doing that sometimes. Like, I don't always want to be sometimes I like that I'm becoming like a serious type of guy, and I could like joke on myself like that and just look like, you know, that's fun for me. I always wish that, you know, certain serious people kind of just had fun with it a little bit like that. But anyway, right? I want to put in perspective, like, for example, you break up with a girl, right? Deep down, if you got an abundance mindset and you looking to just grind, focus on yourself, because you got the mindset of like, all right, you know, that was what it was, and I'm gonna focus on myself, get right, handle certain things, and one day I'm gonna have something else going on with another shorty. That right there, if, you know, you'll really get to see, you know, if you're dealing with, you know, your ex just giving you bad energy and throwing you negativity, and, you know what I'm saying, if you know, you know, and then you'll know right there, like, she don't necessarily really hate you. It's that she hate herself because she's not grounded in self. Because at the end of the day, if you truly love somebody, you should wish them the best no matter what. But if you can't, it's not even that you really love them and really want to be with them sometimes, because some relationships just ain't meant to work sometimes, right? Because two people are just not really compatible enough. And some women just really don't want to do what they got to do, and they only want to do what they got to do when they feel that you've been gone for a little while, and they start to feel like That's what I realized. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta let people miss you and fall back so that they could really feel what your energy was like without you being there giving it to them. And then it hit a little bit different, but that's a whole nother situation. But that's why I be wanting to take breaks on YouTube sometimes. I feel like y'all could really feel me on a deeper level and appreciate me when I like fall back for a little while. And then you really like thinking like, yo, coach been going for like a little month. And then you watch one of my videos and it's gonna hit different. That's what I learned about my energy. But I don't got time to be taking breaks because I'm trying to get my channel up. But eventually when I get my channel up though, I'm be taking more breaks, falling back so that people could appreciate me more. That's another one of my little narcissistic plans, whatever you want to call it, right? So even homies, right? You know, when you a type of person that just is conscious enough to hold people accountable, and you know, they don't really, you know, you thinking that they being petty or they don't really want to be held accountable. It's not even that. You know, to be somebody that can accept that type of energy, you have to be a very grounded person. You have to be a person that is actually looking to take all of these steps to keep on leveling up. Somebody that's looking to stay stagnant and not go too far is somebody that's not looking to really be too accountable. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to duck that and they're going to project their insecurity onto you. You know what I'm saying? So if you cut people off and you trying to just focus on yourself and people start tripping and throwing you negativity, and because of that, because you just focusing on yourself, understand that those people don't actually really have a problem with you. You are just making them and reminding them of their own insecurities, because now they kind of taking it a little bit more personal than it really is. You know what I'm saying? And they projecting that because, you know, they don't know how to be grounded and accept that in certain situations in life, sometimes you just got to accept that life goes on. But if you have an abundance mindset, you understand that there's always opportunities in everything, in every situation, whether it be people, circumstances, opportunities, everything. There's unlimited, abundant opportunities on this planet. And there are some people that, you know, get so caught up in something because, like I said, they are stagnant people. So they're not really looking to, you know, sometimes accept that you got to move on from certain situations and move on to the next one. You know, they want somebody to come save them. They're not really looking to, you know, and that goes deeper within itself too. So I just want you to understand that as well. That even, for example, what I deal with on this platform of YouTube, when people throw me negative energy and I can just block it out and I don't really engage with it, that can also make somebody feel insecure, because imagine putting out all that negativity and then I just respectfully move a certain way. You know, that's what really hurt people. You know, when, like I said, they are investing and they looking to get a return on their investment. So now they throw their energy at you, and now you take it in your energy and now you mix it with your energy because you gave them an equal reaction of negativity. Now their energy is mixed with your energy and you shot it back at them. And then you'll notice that, you know, the interaction will change. You know, they'll start to, you know, not really be giving you as much of that reaction, because now they got you caught up in that, because you accepted that into your frequency and you engaged. You have to be very responsible about what we do out here. It goes so deep. So I just wanted to put that in perspective, that even there's people that hate on me on my channel, because you can just see that I'm really ascending from who I used to be, and people can see what I'm looking to grow to be. I kind of presented myself in a way where people probably couldn't understand me trying to become the person that I'm working to become now and becoming. Where it's like, wow, I could see this brother really looking to be, you know, something really like, you know what I'm saying? Something really that's like just above the BS and high vibrational and intellectual and smart and positive and grounded. And a lot of people probably didn't see that for me. They kind of maybe just because of their stagnant mindset, they projected that onto me. And now they have this kind of feeling towards me now, because of them, not me, because they are projecting their stagnant mentality onto me. You'll start to realize that that's usually what haters end up doing when you are somebody that's growing and ascending and, you know, passionate. Even if you're just passionate about it, you could be right here with certain people, but you passionate and trying to figure out how to find your lane and start doing this, you know, and they not really looking for that, you know, that alone can become a problem, and you'll start to see true colors in people. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay attention to your energy and what you're feeling from people, especially when you expressing, you know, certain things, high vibrational things, your aspirations, you know, peep that. But right now, the misconception that the stagnant person and the person that's so passionate about prospering has, right? Because what the stagnant person doesn't understand is that they didn't take that path to keep on ascending, so they don't understand that there's a lot of other barriers that you had to face in order to get to a certain level to keep on ascending and to ascend past stagnation. But since they didn't see that part, because they decided to be stagnant, they have a misunderstanding of why your energy is a certain way and why it makes them just feel away that they don't even understand, and they think it's their intuition that is telling them that it's something bad about you. That goes so deep what I just said just now, right? You got to be careful getting around stagnant, low vibrational people, because they will misunderstand you. Understand that. Right? Now, the misconception that you guys are both having is that you think that it's personal, when you don't realize that this stagnant person would feel this way about anybody that was in your position. It's not about you. You just happen to be there. Understand that. And what you are going through and misunderstanding about yourself is that you are just still fighting that fear of your own power and your responsibility that comes with it. Understanding that, you know, you don't even really have a problem with this person. You have a problem with this frequency of this person, because it's going to become very familiar as you continue to ascend. You'll start to become very familiar with that energy of people trying to project onto you. And you will get very irritated by it sometimes, and you will end up projecting, which will bring you down. And then when you feel that low, then you like, and then now when you get to a certain level, you feeling that again, I'm trying to pull you down. You know, it's just, it's a frustrating journey. Just understand that. It's very frustrating. That's why you have to think deeper. Because if you don't think deeper, then you're going to get caught up in the bullshit. Which is why I'm on here trying to help you do that. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. What you got to understand as well is that what they hate about you is that they don't understand how your energy just makes them feel insecure about themselves, right? Because if somebody that's on 365 days of no fap, you know, all of these sacrifices to be a high vibrational being, gets around somebody that's low vibrational, I've seen this a million times throughout my day-to-day, is they don't understand what it is about you that makes them feel that way. So they'll even start to think that you a target or something, that you want bad timing, and like you just might want smoke or problems. And that's where you thinking that, you know, that they are, you know, gang stalking you maybe. But sometimes it just be that you just make them highly nervous, and they don't want you to see that. So they just put that mask on and try to act like they just ready for something, when really they just nervous. It's just your energy is very intimidating, very big and very powerful. They're not used to that. I've been in environments where I catch people, they can't help but keep looking my way. Even when they try to look a certain way, they just can't help every now and then just keep glancing at me. Then I catch them looking at me, and then they'll look down and do this. And I'm just like, yo, like, I could tell they can't even help but just look in my direction, just to like read my aura. While I'm over here trying to look in a different direction, just minding my own business. They just want to look at me and catch me while I'm minding my business so they can read my energy and figure out what is it about me that they can feel from me that is making them just feel away. Men and women. What you'll also have to understand is that, you know, once you start to become grounded in your path, where they betting on that jackpot for you to slip and be the you know, what you turned out to be, you know, right? You know, what ends up happening is that, I just seen 444 on the clip, that's tough. What ends up happening is that they are jealous of how grounded you are. Like I said, they don't win unless you don't quit. Because the more resilient you become, the more you are slapping them in the face with the fact that you are more grounded in your path and you are more visionary and sharper minded than them that they can ever be. Because they are looking for you to, you know, like people may see me go through certain things on my YouTube channel and think like, yeah, how he gonna come back from this? How he gonna drop another high vibrational video? And then I do it every time. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand me. Because they wasn't there when I was fighting certain barriers and certain tests that brought me to this point where I'm just grounded in where I know I want to be. And I'm not going to never quit until I get there, and I'm going to work hard to stay there. Now, they become jealous of that. Jealous. Because they don't have that kind of groundedness, because they have that fear. They have that stagnation. So it's a mixture of admiration and envy mixed in one. Because they can't help but admire, like, but because they don't align with it, and you are just constantly reminding them of where they are in stagnation, you are showing them that you're actually right and they're wrong. But they don't want to really accept it. But every time you come around, you know, they feeling that. And it's frustrating for them. Because now they have to make the conscious decision, like, I actually got to take this person's word for it. The person that, and then they feel that guilt of like, you know, they don't want to accept that they was wrong about you. They don't want to never accept that. Not because they hate you, but because they are stagnant people that don't want to take accountability, because that is hard. Because now when you take an accountability for what you do, you have to sit in that frequency of that and accept what is going to come with that. They don't want to do that. You know, we live in a world full of people that's just finessing everything. Right? So just understand that. And, you know, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Keep growing and flowing. Salute.